Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Crash Bandicoot 100%, and now we are going to go back to the Jaws of Darkness and go grab that Cortex key real fast. Of course, I could easily just skip ahead to where I'm going to get the Cortex key, but I kind of want to show my progress as I, progress through this. Of course, with Separate Climb, I don't think I missed showing off anything. Well, actually, the good thing is, even if we die, I don't have to worry about it, because guess what? We already have the gem. No problem. The good thing is, Cortex tokens do not count towards the box grade, so I don't have to worry about that, thankfully. But of course the embryo ones do, and I mean, I don't have a problem with that by any means. Kind of gives you more of a bit of a challenge, and I like that, which, that's pretty much what basically Crash Bandicoot 1 in a nutshell pretty much is just more of a challenging game than most. I mean, it's trying to be, it was basically trying to be like the Mario or the Sonic of the PlayStation era, and it definitely took the PlayStation by storm. Like, holy shit. But I mean, like, how hard was that, really? Because, like, look at this. This is just a basic game. Like, this is nothing compared to, like, what Sonic is now or what Mario is now. I mean, because, like, eventually, like, Mario just became kind of like a collectathon and all that other stuff, like Mario 64, which I think was just a fucking fantastic game, of course. I still love Mario 64. I still love playing that. And the thing is, I mean, yeah, we have Crash to Insanity, which, allows you to go through, like, an open world style thing, which I will get to one of these days. I do want to try to be able to play almost, if not all, the Crash games in the Crash lineup. But next Crash game we're going to play would be Crash Bash, which I've never 100% that game yet, which is something I kind of want 100% because I kind of want to go through every Crash Bandicoot game possible with 100%. But then again, yeah, there is a box there, okay. But then again, it's just, Crash Bash is kind of weird when it comes to 100%. Like, you can do it, which is odd because it's a minigame kind of game. But I love games that do that, though. I mean, freaking Crash Team Racing, was a racing game. And it had an adventure mode to it. Like, what the hell? Like, my thing is, like, why can't, Mario Kart or something like that do the same thing? Like, why can't kart racers nowadays or driving games do the same thing? Which I know, from what I understand, I never played it yet. But I remember, well, my folks played it because we were pretty much like Burnout fans back then. Like, we had, Burnout and stuff like that, and my mother would play Burnout quite a bit, and my stepdad really wouldn't play. I don't know, he mostly played God of War and stuff like that. So we all had our own individual gaming things that we would do, and pretty much Burnout was one of them that I definitely remember. And I remember hearing like they bought Burnout Paradise for the PS3. Why did I say it like that? Well, pretty much they bought Burnout Paradise and they were like, yeah, don't play it. It's kind of eh. But I mean, like, it was one of those, well, I was thinking like, well, I mean, it's kind of my opinion. What I would, like, my opinion would matter, If I had played it, like, it's up to me to decide whether or not I like it, I don't let other people decide. Right? I don't let other people tell me, like, a game's bad. Like, you can tell me, I mean, of course, there's those games that are pretty much objectively bad, but I don't know. I kind of don't see that often. Like, it's weird. I mean, like, people hate on Bubsy 3D a lot, but I've never played Bubsy 3D, which doesn't mean that I'm gonna like it by any means. It's just I'm saying, like, I never played it, so I don't know if it really is as bad as quote-unquote people say, or quote-unquote as bad as people say, because I've never played the damn thing. I don't know, and that's the thing, is you kind of have to just go on your own word instead of, like, going on somebody else's. And now we're going to have to really try out this one with, oh god, with limited resources. This is why keeping the Aku mask would have been a good idea, because then I could go and get this damn key, which, I mean, I can always come back later, because, God forbid, it's Fumbling in the Dark I'm going to unlock instead. I could always easily just come back later and not worry about it and kind of get Castle Machinery done, which I think Castle Machinery might have been that level I was talking about where you had the green gem and you can skip the level. Like, once you get the green gem, they allow you to actually skip the entire level and you get like a whole shitload of lives, which I'm going to do. But then again, I'm going to go ahead and finish Castle Machinery because I don't think it has any, I don't know if it has any gem. Well, if it has a green gem already there, then more than likely they're not going to use it again. Because usually, like, with these levels, they kind of tend to not use the gems more than once, but the Road to Nowhere level actually did use 2 red gems. It used the same gem. Which, fortunately for us, these games don't actually... Well, this game doesn't have it to where you have multiple gem colors to use. Instead, you have that one color, and then it has like a duplicate of it, or just one of it. So, I think the Road to Nowhere is probably like the only one that uses a duplicate path, or a multiple path kind of thing. Like, you go from one way, and then you have like another one that you go to, too. Of course, well, then again, there is, I think up the creek, or one of the creek ones, that has like a couple gold... Yeah, it has like a couple of gold gems, yeah. So, there actually is more than one that I'm thinking of. Okay. I don't know, I mean, at least... Basically, my point still stands. There is no, you know, other colored gems. There's not more than one colored gem in a level, I guess you could say. And I guess by that, I'm saying that there is... You can't have a red and a blue in the same level. That's what I'm saying. And I mean, at first I was saying you can't. There's not more than like 2 different paths, but no, there is. I'm just an idiot. I just completely forgot about it, pretty much. No, there's multiple paths, and thing is, in Crash 2, they give you this one section. It's like, I think it's in Piston and Away. It's in one of the future levels. I know that, where you pretty much well, hold on, let me get this real quick. I think it was just a life, actually. Well, pretty much what happens is you have, like, near the end of the game, you have, like, this little one section where you get all the gems in, like, one spot. And I actually didn't have to go that way, did I? Nope. I didn't have to go that way at all. But, of course, I did, because I'm an idiot. Well, you know, knowing now that I don't have to go that way kind of makes it a little bit easier for me. I'm trying to not miss any jumps. I'm trying not to miss as many as possible, because I really don't want to fuck up this Cortex token, though. Like I said, don't forget, jump on that snake, which I learned the hard way the first time. Because eventually I was like, where the hell is that damn Cortex token? And then eventually, you know, well, you can swat them away, just don't swat them towards those boxes there, because like as you saw earlier, once you swat him towards those boxes, that TNT crate's going to blow it up, and he's pretty much... That Cortex token is going to be gone. So, okay, play it safe. Alright, playing it safe right now. So far, so good. I hate this triple box jumping thing right there. I mean, you can, at least they let you do it, but still, I think you have to... I think what they want you to do, yeah, that's what they wanted us to do. They wanted us to jump on the TNT crates to get across. Well, either way, we got the key now, and I'm not going to lead the level, because I don't want to leave the level and then accidentally get rid of the key, so I'm not going to try that. I mean, it could happen. Thing is, we are saving the game, so technically it does count as we got the key, but you know what? No, just for you guys, I want to make sure what would happen if you get the key and then you leave the level. We'll find out, because we saved the game, so the key should be there. The key should be unlocked, and it is. Oh, thank God. Okay, so... If you come back and get the keys, like if you find the keys later, you can actually just leave the game and come back. Now, this level, oh shit, I fell off already. Well, pretty much this level right here has boxes back here in the background. Yes, this is gonna be one of those kinds of levels, folks. And no, this is not a what I like the level's design, but I hate playing this level because I've done this so many times. That you would, well, honestly, you would think I would have it down by now, but I think it just, did I get a, no, I didn't get a checkpoint, thank God. What I like to do first is I like to come back and go to the left side. This is always the hardest part for me right here, is trying to get across these platforms, because you really have to, you really gotta do something with it. You gotta really just maneuver that jump. That's the problem, is that damn jump. Now, the reason why this level I find is so hard is because, well, instead of me being a complete dunce and slipping off the platform like an idiot, the reason why I find it so hard is because you have so many new platforms that you have to use to get across. Because, I mean, we just met the spiders, I think. No, I think we saw them before. But pretty much the Jaws of Darkness has the spiders. And now, this level's like, you know what? We got spiders too. Because why not? And of course, you have moving platforms. And then you have these green platforms, which will fall down. Fortunately for me, that one, the ones that fall down actually stay up quite a bit long. It stay up for quite a while, to be honest. These goddamn medieval, you know, these fucking swinging. I forget what they fucking call them. Look at me, I'm 20 years old and I don't remember. Not a javelin. That's dumb. Fuck. Yeah, again, you're going to have to maneuver a lot of your jumps. You're going to have to really kind of change your jumps here. I mean, of course, I'm going through this just fine now, but... Oh, God, that's a bad one. I think you're supposed to jump on that spider. Because since I... Oh, maybe I got it. Okay. Thank God. Alright, I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to wait. And there we go. Okay. So, as you can see, there's not a whole lot of these side platforms you can jump on. I recommend jumping on that spider. This part's hard. Because, as you saw right there, I totally just fucked up. Good thing about these levels is there's not a whole lot of, like, other boxes besides, you know, the Aku boxes on the sides. So you don't have to worry about, like, anything on the sidelines kind of getting in your way. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. And you know the worst part is we have a checkpoint. I mean, that's not bad that we have a checkpoint. It's bad because, well, that's one reason why. I mean, when we fall down, we got to start over. It's bad we got a checkpoint mainly because that tells me that we're not done. That tells me that we're nowhere near done. The good thing is I had a pretty good streak going there, and you're probably wondering, like, why the hell do you have such a good streak? Well, when you try to 100% this game, you know, on your own off time, you kind of learn things. You kind of get used to the levels, and you just kind of realize, God, these levels are hard. And believe me, they fucking are. The good thing is we have all these Aku masks back here, which I don't get why, because there's one right here. I mean, I don't know, like, you would think if you have, like, multiples that it would give you extra increased lighting, but no, they, as far as I'm concerned, they all go down in the same amount of time, so it kind of sucks. And there we go. Oh, actually, speaking of kart racers, when I was talking about earlier, how, like, there's really not a lot of kart racers with adventure modes, Diddy Kong Racing did it. I think Diddy Kong Racing came out before Crash Team Racing, and that game is fantastic. God, I want to play that game again. I haven't played that for a long time. My uncle had a copy of that, and usually when I went over to his house, his old house, like, you know, I'd play it there. It's kind of funny because, you know, I talk about my uncle, but it's funny because whenever I watch, you know, other YouTubers that I like other, like, Let's Players and gaming channels, they always talk about, like, how their uncle kind of got them into playing games and stuff, or they always had, like, a certain person, like a certain family member, I guess you could say, that would kind of get them into games. And even though my uncle didn't really get me into games, but he's one of those kinds of guys that just play a lot of games too. I mean, he showed me a lot of different kind of games, like, you know, Fear and Call of Cthulhu and stuff like that. Kind of like one of those not out in the open kind of games too. And usually I'd ask him, like, hey, do you know about this game, you know, and, like, do you ever play this? And usually, like, he'll end up, for some reason, like, he'll just, I asked for a, well, I didn't ask, but I said, like, you ever play Jericho or anything like that? Like, because basically what he does is he has copies of these games that I usually ask if I can, you know, if I can borrow or play them or whatever. And I usually don't ask to borrow. More like, can I have a, you know, burnt copy of them so I can play it myself, you know, or whatever. If you could install it on my computer, you know. And I asked for Jericho, for Clyde Barker's Jericho, and he ended up giving me Undying. I was like, motherfucker. And then the same thing happened with Painkiller. Like, I was like, do you have Overdose? You know, and eventually he just gave me a, well, he went out into, like, some, I think, Barnes & Nobles, and he bought me a copy of Painkiller Black. And I was like, well, it's not Overdose, but oh well. The thing is, I think Painkiller Black, I think, might be the first one of the Painkillers. I don't know, actually, because I've never played any other Painkillers besides Black, and I used to watch videos on Overdose, because I just remember finding it. I don't actually remember how the fuck I found it, but it's one of those games I remember finding, you know, when I was a lot younger, and just thinking, like, wow, this game looks pretty cool, you know. And it's kind of like a Serious Sam-like kind of game too. So if you're wondering what it is, if you've ever played Serious Sam, then it's pretty much kind of like that, or kind of like Doom. Doom's pretty iconic, so if anything, it's more like Doom, where, like, you pretty much just bust up, you know, monsters, like, everywhere, pretty much. God damn it. There's something about that jump right there. I think it's the wall. It's the way the wall's positioned. Like, it doesn't show you, but there's, like, a little spot that you will actually, that Crash seems to hit his head on, and, like, it'll definitely hinder your jump. And more than likely, I'm jumping towards, you know, that little spot too, and I always do that for some reason. Now, like I said, you want to play it safe here, but at the same time, you kind of really want to be admirably quick about it. See, as you saw there, I usually jump to the side. That's because Well, if there's nowhere else to jump, just jump to the side. If there is a side platform, make your way towards the side of it, because that's gonna save you quite a bit. It saved me quite a lot, actually. And the other thing too is these platforms don't disappear in the dark. There's one game, I don't know what the fuck it was. It might be, oh god, I don't think it's Crash 2. I think Crash 2 does, or I think Crash 2 or 3 has the same kind of levels like this, where they have like these dark levels. And there's some game, I don't remember what it was, but I think it's one of these games where if the level goes dark, all of a sudden you can't see anything and everything just disappears. Like the game makes it to where, oh god damn it, the game makes it to where like all the platforms just disappear out of nowhere, and I don't know why it would do that. I don't remember what it was though, but I know there's one game out there that does that. Motherfucker. But yeah, like once everything goes dark, all of a sudden the platforms are just gone for whatever reason. It's strange. Thing is, I'm probably gonna end up doing what I did with Slippery Climb, where I'm just gonna cut to probably where I actually, you know, finish this level pretty much. I mean, I'll keep my commentary in going, but I don't think I'll probably say anything really technically funny. Oh god, this is death-defying, to be honest. I might just like cut, if anything. If we get over like 25 minutes, I'm still on this level. I'm just gonna cut to where I actually when I get to like a winning streak. Wait, why did I do that for? Because we had no checkpoint. What the fuck's wrong with me? See, that's the other thing too that you have to be very careful of as well. Because like, once you get the checkpoint, or if you don't have a checkpoint, you're fine. You just go right back to the beginning of the level. It saves you so much trouble. But in the same cost, you know, if you get a checkpoint, you're gonna have to like go back to the map and then start over that way. It sucks. I hate that. Oh god, this is scary. And I'm gonna think about what the fucking game is too. I'm gonna try to think about what game it was that had to where like the platforms disappear when the lights are off. So I don't know. Like there's like, well then again I think from what I heard, Mario, not 3D World, but it was Super Mario Brothers 3D. It's one of the ones for 3DS. I don't know what the fuck it was called though. Actually, you'd think I would, but it's the one for the 3DS that came out recently. Well, not too recently. It's a little bit older now, but it came out for the 3DS. It's like one of those basic, you know, Mario platformer games, pretty much. And I think it was like one of those new Super Mario Brothers style games. God damn it! I gotta go all the way back. Oh no, I start from the beginning. Okay. I was kind of scared that I'd have to not start over and have to get a fucking checkpoint. Oh my god. It's that stupid wall. There's always these damn frustrating walls here. The worst part is I actually kind of remember where to jump to too. Like I know how to get back here. Getting back there's not the problem. I do that with ease. There's no problem there. But yeah, like I guess in this Mario game they have it to where the auto scrollers will basically you'll stand, like if you stand in place in an auto scrolling level, from what I've heard, instead of killing you off, like, or instead of pushing you with the camera, I guess instead the game, what it does is it will pretty much leave you in that spot, and eventually I guess you'll die off screen, but like you'll be in that same spot and you can still move around, which is crazy though. I mean, you wouldn't think that you would be able to, but I mean, if you had really, really good memorization on when and where to jump, then you're good. Which, of course, people who speedrun Crash Bandicoot 1, oh my god. Like, you remember that green gym we had in the beginning, like on Rolling Stones or whatever? People know where to freaking jump at on there. I probably shouldn't have done that. I always do that, but I get kind of a little bit worried. You know, I get a little bit nervous, which is probably what's actually screwing me over. Oh wait, aren't those called like pendulums? I think maybe. I don't remember actually. This is the jump right here that fucks me over every time. Wait a minute. Hold on. I was gonna say like I see a platform. I seen the platform, but I didn't see where I was standing. So therefore, I tried to make a curious jump. Try to see what I could make there. By the way, guys, this is probably, in my opinion, the hardest level we have to play. And if we beat this level, we're pretty much golden for 100%. Like, I am not even kidding. Like Slippery Climb was hard, but I mean, that was one of those where you can actually see where you're going to go and kind of plan out your jumps. This is different. This is a different story. And if I have to have the yellow gem to get this, I'm going to be pissed. Which I don't think I do, considering the fact that Lights Out was missing, what, three boxes? Oh my god. I'm pretty sure somebody's getting mad right now thinking, like, what the hell, Alex? Can't you get any better at this game at all? Like, wouldn't you think you would learn by now? Well, I kind of am learning, but at the same time, you know, it's so tense and it's so scary that I have to keep making these jumps or I'm going to be fucked. And I hate that. I mean, I don't mind the tense feeling, like, you know, especially with, the, like with boulders, and Crash 2 does the same thing, too, with those, with that fucking polar bear chasing things. Not the one where, well, I mean, there is one where you actually are riding on polar and you have to run away. But I mean, the ones where you're being chased by that giant polar bear, they kind of bring back the boulder thing. But this time in a different light, which I think was actually pretty cool. That's what I like about Crash 2, though. It's like, it's basically Crash 1, but, well, I wouldn't necessarily say better, necessarily. Kind of, well, I wouldn't say more fun, just kind of, it's kind of like whenever you play Mario 1, and then you play, you know, Mario 3 or whatever. It's like, it's in the same regards, you know, it's almost like the same thing. Like, you know, Mario 3 kind of brings Mario 1 back, but this time, you know, not necessarily, like again, not necessarily better, just different, a different take, and a different light. But it does do some things better. Of course, Mario 3, I think, does a lot of things better than Mario 1 and 2. And when I'm talking about 2, I'm usually talking about, like, the American release, and not Lost Levels, because I've never played Lost Levels, but I'm not really a big fan of Mario 2. I mean, I know there's people out there that are. I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong, of course. I'm just saying that Mario 2, to me, I would count Lost Levels as Mario 2, in my opinion. I'm glad that we have 2 of them. That way people can kind of decipher which one's what. It's kind of like, I really do wish that we had another Ratchet and Clank 2, because as you've seen in my Let's Play, I'm not really a big fan of Ratchet and Clank 2. It doesn't do it for me. I can't. That game just is so pissy annoying sometimes. I mean, I'll 100% it. You know, I used to play it back then a lot too, but that might have been why I don't like it now, is because of that one problem I had where I thought the game was glitched, and then I ended up selling it multiple times and thinking like the game was still broken for some reason. And then eventually it just kind of just tore me down, and I just didn't really care anymore. And that might have been probably what kind of caused me to not like it too much. Oh my fucking god. This is getting out of hand, guys. This is really getting out of hand. I'm probably just gonna go, I'm probably gonna end like going quiet and just beating the damn level. And I don't want to focus too hard. I want to focus, but I don't want to focus that hard and keep you guys bored by any means. Thing is, I'm gonna try to this year. I want to try to get more 30-minute videos out. So I think that's probably like the perfect time. It's just 30 minutes. 25 to 30 minutes is my usual. So, like, the only reason I ever end off on 25 minutes or 30 minutes is because of what happens in the episode. Like right now, like if I would have got Fumbling in the Dark done in 25 minutes, like if I would have got it done right here at this 25-minute mark, I would have stopped the video. I would have stopped the video right here. I wouldn't have continued on. But since we're still here, I'm gonna continue on, because fuck this level. Fuck that level. Fuck that level. Okay, so far so good, folks. If anything, I might just, oh god, I don't know. Like, this might be the winning streak. I don't know yet. It really depends. Okay, just gotta be a little bit more careful. Just gotta understand my situation at hand, because I know that spider right there, I think if I hit him, I think it causes it to work. Going across. Just, oh, fuck. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna cut. I'm just gonna cut until I get to the winning. Like, I'm gonna cut till I get the winning streak here. Like, once I get to the point where I go to the level and I beat it just fine, then I will cut there. So, I'm going to continue talking, but I'm gonna stop talking for just a little bit to kind of give myself, my future self, a way to kind of find where the hell my cut point is. So I will see you guys when we're getting on that winning streak. So we'll find out.
Eventually.
It's kind of annoying because like my ears are starting to kind of fold in right now. Like you know when your ears feel like they need to pop. Well, yeah, that's what I feel like right now. Like whenever you yawn and you snip at the same time, and it like pops in your ears and it hurts like a motherfucker. Well, mine doesn't hurt. It's just like it kind of blocks off my ears, and it's weird, and everything sounds totally different, and just Sounds like, it feels like my head's about to explode. Not in pain, but just like pressure. Strange. Well, pretty much right now that's what I'm feeling while trying to do this goddamn level. So maybe there's some kind of like, you know, accursed demon roaming about that's trying to stop me from beating Crash Bandicoot 1. He's like, for some reason he's got his hands cusped over my ears. It's kind of sad because more than likely I'll probably, like, once I beat this level, I'll probably tell you guys what pretty much happened. I was so close. I mean, if this is my winning streak right here, I was so close, guys. So close to beating it. I mean, it was... The end was right there. It was so near. It was so close. But yet, I end up screwing it up because that's just what I do best. I got panicky. I screwed up. And I paid the price. And that's that. Fuck you guys. Seriously. There we go. Okay. That might actually be a good luck charm. I don't know. I'm going to take that as a good luck charm, because sometimes you just got to make one if you don't have one. And there is quite a... Okay, my question is, why... There's candles, right? There's candles all over here, correct? Am I not mistaken? So why is it where whenever the lights go out, like whenever Aku goes out, why can't I see a damn thing? Even when the stupid lights, or there's candles still here. I don't get that at all. Okay. Oh, I guess there is one proof that you can't get here. It's called jumping on the damn spiders. There's gonna be, I think, 2 or 3 coming up right now. So land that jump, and we're on the fucking home stretch. We're on the home free. And watch, before you know it, great, you missed $1. I would fucking flip. I would kill somebody. So there you go. That's fumbling in the dark. That's the first hardest level, in my opinion. That's the hardest level of Crash Bandicoot 1 completed. I mean, hardest in as like both, like 100% and not. Because like, imagine if you were playing Fumbling in the Dark for the first time. You got all the way to the end of the level, and then you realized you missed 4 boxes, or however many there, 6 boxes, and you're like, I wonder where those are. And then you realize, oh my god, they were back there. Yeah, that's this level I'm gonna show. I'm gonna go ahead and show off Castle Machinery real quick, because I wasted I don't know how much time. I'm gonna show you guys what happens when you get the green gem. So there you go. Kind of just get this level out of the way, which I'm just gonna continue off and play next time anyway. So it's not really a big deal. I mean, granted, I could just wait for the game to actually give me my lives and just kind of say fuck that, but hopefully the game doesn't crash, which I don't think it will. I know I missed so many boxes. God forsaken. Why are they even doing this? Like, what's the point? Like, why even punish me with this? I don't get that at all. It's 24 boxes, I guess, guys. So we gotta keep a set number of how many boxes in that level we missed. We gotta count all those numbers. I'll fight Nitrous Beer some other time. Basically, what we're gonna do is, god damn, look at this. We got Cortex Power done too. In the generator room, well, of course, a toxic. Oh, of course, yeah, I usually get that one done. But like, I'm gonna at the end of this game, I'm gonna go back and probably look at every level individually and just say like what I liked, just to kind of give this game the finale that it kind of deserves, that it kind of needs. You know, like before we fight Cortex, I just want to kind of go through and just look at all the bullshit levels and just give my opinion about every level, maybe. Well, I mean, I'm gonna just do like a quick run through, be like, it'd probably be like this, be like, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. That's probably what it would probably end up being like. But anyway, we finished Fumbling in the Dark, and we finished Slippery Climb. The next hardest level in the lineup would have to be the lab. That's the hardest. That's the next hardest one. After we get the lab done, we're gonna go back. We're gonna get some extra stuff. We're gonna get Lights Out completed, which Lights Out isn't really that hard because, I mean, it is just like Fumbling in the Dark, but there's no back path and no spiders, none of that dumb shit. So, anyway, folks, without further ado, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time when we play some more Crash Bandicoot 100%. And as always, take care, everybody.